Hey friends, welcome to or welcome back to Nora's Cove. If you're new here, I'm Yoshida, and here at the Cove, we like to budget and plan in confidence using a planner. But today, you guys, I figured I'd do my 2026 planner lineup. It's the same as last year. And if you don't know, I really do not kind of get my planners the way I really want them until February. I don't know what it is, but I cannot pre-say, hey, I can't in September, October say, hey, I'm going to be in CP Petite next year because I changed my mind. I have kind of set up my CP Petite. I did a flip of that. I need to do a kind of another flip, but she's still like a work in progress. Like I took out some budget pages because I saw that I wasn't using them. I took this dashboard from Crafted Designs Co. and just flipped it because I didn't really have a back cover. I did, you guys, I'm along my budget journey. I'm on a no spend, but I did get some of these from Cloth and Paper. I got some couple of little page flags in there, page pins, but pretty much everything is the same. I took stickers out of here, just left like a journaling card and like a ticket I got to remember to call about, and my weekly spending total. So I'm just trying to keep, I'll do a quick little flip. I'm only trying to keep what's useful, what I like, anything I don't like or I'm not using. Like I'm really considering taking out this inbox and just doing a simpler one. This is my task manager. It's down to like 1 to 2 sheets. Like everything in here I really kind of need. This is my everyday carry, my on-the-go planner. And I think I took out the other Vellum 2026 because we got to get into some other stuff, you guys. So I'll do a more in-depth of the a reflip of the CP Petite because again, I'm going to just keep adding and subtracting from this. But what I did want to show you guys, but I do have I'm going to be doing a plan with me soon. But this is my new insert to me. I designed this for myself. I missed the timed weekly that I used to use last year. And I needed a place for task, time, and my schedule pretty much is 7 to 7. And then down here, it's like top 3 priorities, habits over here, my space for totals, important, and then next week. It just works and it flows. So this was last week. This is this week. And I put a picture on my Instagram of this week, and I'm really loving it, the minimalism of it. So yeah, and that's it. And then I have some more. I just reprinted some more because I decided to add the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday to it. Fix this over here. But this is what they look like blank. I'm in love because I don't know why, even though I have my own booking site for my customers, I still need to write them down because that was helping with my totals, and that was just something that I was missing. Yesterday, I believe I did yesterday I did a daily because I have a lot of stuff to do. So there's just very few dailies in here because, matter of fact, I can take some of these out because I hardly use dailies anymore. I'm using my meal planning section, and I just implemented something new. I keep a half page for my grocery list, and if what I made was, good, I'll highlight it with these stickers from Cloth and Paper to let me know, like, hey, that was a hit. You like that? That's something we can make. But both of these are pasta meals, and I'm like, yeah, they were good, but they're pasta. We need to cut back on that. But I have a whole bundle, and I need to search my bundle for the recipes. I have my meal ideas. That's what I made, the Tuscan salmon and shrimp. And then I'm call myself doing the savings challenge. I'm kind of doing it, but I'm not doing it. I just been stashing the money away. But I'm like, maybe at the end of the month, if I have $80, I'll just, kind of really do it. And then I just took some notes, and I saw this on another channel, but she said she archived her notes. And so I just stuck a record here. These are old notes from the old, same planner, but old. And then I left my budget section, but the only thing I'm leaving in my budget section is the spending tracker. I took out the weekly check-in because I'm really not using it. And in this planner, it's so small, I just need to keep track of my spending. So I took out that. I took out the expense tracker. Oh, I thought I took out the, yeah. So this was the weekly check-in. I took that out. Instead, I'll use half paycheck budget sheets, and then I can put those like along with my weekly. So yeah, I just trimmed my budget section down because I have a whole budget planner. And then again, this dashboard from Crafted Designs Co., which is Miss Lacey. And so I bought another of these glass, but I kept the old one in here to keep the stickers on it, because when I do take this apart, I'm going to kind of switch these around and make this the front. So look how raggedy it was. That's why I needed a new one. And then of course here, and y'all, I'm rediscovering some cloth and paper, excuse me, some cloth and paper items that I've had, and I may not have been interested in them at the time, but seeing other people use them the right way, I'm loving them. Okay, next up, so we know CP Petite Everyday Carry. Sorry, somebody wanted to see a little flip. This is half letter. The cover is from Cloth and Paper. It's still the same, and I'm finding so much stuff. So I found these page flags from May Paper Co., but I had these, we had them in a budget box, and I just cut them the way I wanted them cut, and I just stuck it here so that I could use them. I'm using those next month in February in my budget planner. And you guys, I think we've done a flip. The budget planner is pretty much set up. The only thing that I'm going to be taking out of here are the old inserts, because I've been working, so like this was the monthly budget section, and that was January. I'm just going to take those out. This payday routine, I think I'm going to take this out. These are some new stickers that I designed that'll be coming to the shop. I haven't done any new releases in a while. And so it's just a lot of payday routines in here, but I'm going to leave them because I need to work with those as well and see where I need to adjust it to make it, you know, sellable again. And then, so this is the monthly budget. I like the new layout. I thought about just doing a minimal one, but I really like this one, so I'm going to keep these. And yeah, we got a lot of those. So this was the old, so we're taking those out. And then nothing has changed. Budget closeout still here. We got a lot of these actually. We need to kind of get rid of some of those. And I have the no eating out challenge and the no spend challenge, which I've been doing actually pretty good. And I'm gonna need to catch that up. And then I have the paycheck budget, and this is, I'm keeping this one because this was like kind of the first week or so. And then I'm loving the new ones, so we're gonna get rid of, and I've updated them as well. And yeah, so we're gonna keep everything else that's in this planner. So half letter is budget. I thought about a home planner, but I just don't need that right now. My little ADHD brain cannot handle but so much. I love these covers, but they crack like, oh, but I don't want anything else. All right, so we have half letter, which is my budget. We have CP Petite, which is my everyday carry. Now, here is my business planner, and let me preface this by saying I've changed some things, but I haven't. I got some new discs. We're gonna like reset her up. So there's some things in here from last year, but I've taken out some things and we're using her. Oh, she needs a new cover. Oh no. Pocket, just everything is in here is kind of the same. I got this dashboard from Pretty Planner Co. last year. Love it thick. We're just going to do a quick flip. See, this is from last year, but I got to find this file to like change it and kind of update it. But it's just like a business goals for myself. So this is mainly for myself. I'll try to remember to link the video of the flip of this so that if there's anything skipping too fast by, you'll know. And I had created this daily menu for that business bundle for myself. I might try that out. And then this is just really, really old. I designed this from some pictures from Pinterest, Task Manager in here. A lot of things are up to date in here. It's just old stuff, and I'm gonna be honest, some stuff I just don't really want to let go. Here's some of my goals, inserts, and from For the Planner Girls, Poi and Hun. And then what I decided to do in here, I was being lazy. I didn't want to print the double months because I'm not using my business planner like I was last year with the budget box and everything. Last year was crazy. Well, the year before last, 2024, in the beginning of 2025. Because it was so crazy, I was like, I needed to pages, 2-month pages, but now I'm using a month on a page in here, and it's made my planner a little lighter. I'm kind of working with it, like, you know, playing with it to see how I can get things in here. And so that is that. And we've gone on to February. And so, yeah, I'm just testing these out. I did redo month on a page. And that's that. And so this time what I did, so I could separate the months, is I did grid on the back. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put the covers in them. And I may not, because it's just really for me to see. And this is our Simplicity dashboard. I love it. And these little sticky notes are from Pretty Planner Co. And so also, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I love, at least I loved let me flatten this out. Let me move some stuff. I love the horizontal for this planner. I don't necessarily like it for the CP Petite. I liked it for my business planner. It just made sense because I could section things off. Like this would be my work schedule. This would be personal stuff, like if I have a doctor's appointment, whatever. This, of course, was TBB, which was the budget box, and then this would be Norris Cove. I loved it, and it stayed minimal, which it just, I don't know, it just was giving fancy. I don't know. But what I did, because now I don't have all that going on, is that I went with the month on a page. And it's kind of working. I can have this long to-do list if I want to, and then I'm only doing 1 or 2 things in my business now, not like I was before, like having to contact vendors on an everyday basis, having to have something shipped, or, you know, we've slowed down over here, and I'm not mad at it. I mean, of course, I love business, but it just gave me a chance to kind of get a balancing act going on with all the 3 things that I do. So again, horizontal, this is what it was looking like. I believe this was last year. And I don't want to, y'all, this is crazy, but this is my business planner, but I don't want to take out the old layouts because it's like inspiration, so I'm just not. I'm just not. This was from last week, and then last week I realized I was trying to put things, there was no system, okay? Things were just going like, I'm like, oh, I don't know, because, so I thought about doing NoCo here and then social media, but I have a social media insert. We'll see that in a minute, but I don't know. I just haven't figured out how to use it in this season of my business, so I'm just doing the 1 page, and I'm not taking out the extras because I'm eventually get back to this design. One of my favorites, and I'm not even a horizontal girl. That's what's the trippy part about it. Okay, let's see. And I love this dashboard because I had got this in a box. I had already created this, and then I created this last year. I can't remember the name of it. And so it all just goes together. And the funny thing is that I hadn't been in here since last February, so, or March, so it was cool outside. So this is perfect for the weather. And then these are the dailies. And this was, I did try to do a daily on the 13th. I have not done one since because it's not busy anymore. I don't have a lot going on. This is from another business bundle I had created for myself years ago, and I was selling it, and then I just took it out because it needed to be updated and things like that. And then I did this, I actually did a whole flip of this planner the other day, but I took it down because I was like, this was my favorite section. This was my favorite section in this planner, and I just really don't want to part with it. It is the budget box section. I have this Kanban board, but it was my favorite section, and I got so much accomplished with this little bundle that I made for myself, and I'm just not gonna really get a whole lot into it, but I'm just not ready to part with taking it out because I said I may use it because I may do a quarterly box. I may do a once a year box, so if that's the case, I could still use it, but I just don't want to part with it. Like, we really did some work. I still have the 3 months in there that I was doing. So yeah, I loved this set that I made for myself. So I'm not ready to part with it yet. And just a wish list. And then here's the social media, another one of my favorite sections. I'm going to keep this in here, which is, I did a 30-day challenge last year, and I think me and Lacey were doing it together, and so I just created this insert for it. I don't know if I sent it to Lacey or not. So I had a social media weekly kind of situation here going on, And then my favorite inserts that I created was the content planner for YouTube. So a YouTube content planner, and then the series planner. And I believe this was like, yeah, this was January, or November, December, and January of last year, what I was going to do, which was preparing me for like Black Friday, the holiday season. And I must say it kind of worked, in my opinion, because we got so busy that everything broke. But I had different post ideas in the series, and you can write out, I mean, it's just perfect. And seasonal promotions, and the way this works, like you have Black Friday, Valentine's Day, like I have a Valentine's Day promotion coming up. And what will I do daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly to prepare for those? So like when I had the budget box, like for Black Friday, there was things I would need to do. My Black Friday would start probably prepping for it. It was supposed to be like, let's say February, but I may not get started on it to June. So that's what I would do daily to prepare for Black Friday. And my favorite insert, I was going to use this for weekly in here, since I'm not that busy anymore. And I tried to change it to like move this here, move, like, say, task down here, but my printer wasn't printing it right, so I just scratched it, and I may try to use this. And this is still, I can still use this because I can just list my task, my post ideas, and this is just for business, and then what I got to do. But the way it worked was you list your tasks that you have to do for social media the week, and your post ideas, you just take your ideas, and you have room for 3 ideas per day, or 3 situations per day. And if you post on all social media platforms, you could just move 1 or 2, 3 a day. So, and then you had a little note section here. So I love these, but like I said, I tried to recreate them just to be a weekly. Like I said, I wanted this moved up there, but I might try this for a weekly next week. I don't know, but that is that. I'm not going to get too much in depth in this planner, but like this was my annual profit report. Never filled it out. My budget, and I like more minimal budget inserts in here, and this is from that bundle that I had created for myself. Just made it very simple. My income, my variable expenses, and fixed expenses, and that's it. Expense tracker, of course, expense breakdown, and bill tracker, same. Another dashboard that never made it, and meeting notes. I have meetings with myself all the time, and this is from last year's calendar, and I may just redo this and make a new one. And then just meeting notes. Well, never mind. And then task list to kind of like make notes. And then this is a dashboard I made with probably 2019, and I just kept it in here, and I'll just keep reprinting it to freshen it up. And that is it. And I just turned it so to be backwards, so that even if I was out and I had to take this out, it could be like this. Like I could take these off and it'll look like a notebook like this. When I tell you, I can't believe I'm in all disc, and I am a rings girl down. But when I tell you I'm loving this, the only thing I'm not liking about it is the tearing of this clear plastic and some of the tearing of my pages like this. They get stuck. See how this looks? That looks raggedy. That's the only thing. So I'm like, man, it's personal wide, like the size of a mini HP. I don't want to do, I would do A6, and I thought about my A6. I've been trying to sell it. Nobody wants it. It's a VDS. So I was like, you know what? Much as I paid for that planner, maybe I just need to keep it. But yeah, so we have business. Oh, and this cover is from Moterm, and I cannot think of the name, but it's that light one. I can't think of the name. It's going to come to me later. But so we have this Moterm Mini HP. This is what she's looking like. Again, my everyday carry. I can't believe I'm an all disc girl. Like, we got to bring some rings in. And then my half letter budget planner. But this, like, my half letter is about the neatest one because it doesn't really go out the house, but she's been going out the house. So, yeah, that's that. And I just wanted to share my lineup. Again, I'll do a more a reflip of this one because again I'm updating it. We're gonna like kind of set this one up when I'm ready to part with those inserts. I do have some new discs for it, but really I don't, if I didn't have the new disc, I probably wouldn't do nothing with it. Like, it just works. I'm only using like 2 sections, but it works. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, do me a favor, leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you're new here so that I can welcome you to the Cove. Also, if this is your first time watching any of my videos and you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. Also, share with your friends, all that great stuff. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers this year, and I would appreciate it. Well, really more than that, but I'm back, okay? So we need more subscribers, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.